So you have a production app that you've already released, but you want to create a freemium model and monetize your content? This is the video for you. Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Fergie and I'm a UX designer based in London. In this tutorial, I'm going to go through with you one of the new business app premium features. We're going to create payment subscriptions using RevenueCat. I'll go through the tags you need to add to your design, how to exactly set up RevenueCat, and then how to publish this to a closed testing track with Google Play. The most important thing to know before you get started with this is that your app must already be published to the Google Play Store. So let's get started. You might recognize this app design from a previous tutorial where we were looking at integrating sounds. I am going to create a new section of this app for our subscription content. Let's go through all of the tags that we're going to need. To start with, I have my main home screen, and this is what links to all of the different sections of my app, including this section here of daily meditation sounds that is going to be my premium subscription content. To start with, to create a paywall, you need to add this tag here, page paywall, to the artboard name. That is what will make this screen appear when a user tries to access premium content that requires a purchase. And it's our paywall that is going to contain two buttons to make the subscription purchase. So the tag that we need for that purchase is action, purchase, and then the package ID from RevenueCat. And it's really important that this ID is correct, otherwise it is not going to work. So it has to match in our design document, in RevenueCat, and also in Google Play. So when we get to setting up RevenueCat, we're going to make sure that our package ID, which is this package's identifier, is exactly what we label it here in our design document. So as you can see, I have these two buttons for my purchases. I have one for an annual subscription that is action, purchase, annual. And I also have one for the monthly subscription that is action, purchase, monthly. And that's the example that we're going to go through when we move into RevenueCat. So these are the tags that we need to create that paywall and also the action to make the purchase. Now, the tag that we need to add to our first screen where that content is paid for, it's premium content. This is my first screen here for my daily meditation sounds. This is where that menu is trying to lead the user to. I need to make sure I add this extra tag to my artboard name, that is require, purchase, and then the RevenueCat entitlement ID. So default is my RevenueCat entitlement ID. So just to show you here under access control, the tag that you want is require, purchase, and then this will be your entitlement ID from RevenueCat. So when we set up that entitlement, whatever the identifying name is that you enter, that is what it's going to be here. If you have more than one entitlement, then you would separate them with a comma. So with this image example, we would do require, purchase, pro, comma, basic, comma, medium. And that would mean that all of these entitlements would be included. So if a user has any one of these three subscriptions, they would then be able to access the content on that screen. So now I've added these tags. In prototype mode, I have to make sure that Daily Meds links to this screen here, which has that require purchase tag. So that way, if a user has already paid for a subscription, they will navigate there and go through the content. But if they have not paid for it, they will be shown our paywall. So we don't actually need to put a prototype link on the paywall. All I've done here is add a little close back button so that the user can kind of exit that user journey. Once you have all of that done, it is time to go to your plugins panel and update your project in Bravo. Next up, we're going to set up RevenueCat. So go ahead and create your account, and then we're going to create a project. So I'm going to show you mine, and then I'm going to show you how to set it up. First off, I have connected my app, which is already published on Google Play. And I've basically added the JSON credentials that it gave me when I set that up. But the first thing we need to do, once I've added my app, is set up my products. So you can see I've done that here. and entitlements, which is, remember, that one that we needed to add into the tag. You can see that we've got this set as default, and then we've created offerings, and I've got monthly and annually. I had a pro to start with, but I decided not to use that in the end. So let me show you how you can set this up. We're going to create a new project, and I'm going to call this Wellness Demo. And again, my app is an Android app, which takes you to this page where you need to fill out some details. Start off by entering your app name, followed by your Google Play package. You can get this package ID from Bravo Studio. Just head over to your project, and underneath Publish, Publication, scroll down and you'll find your package name just here. Next, we need to create the credentials. So you can click this link, which will take you to the step-by-step setup guide. We're going to need to connect our Google Play and our Google Cloud project. So we're going to go through this step by step because we need to create two very important service accounts. We need both the PubSub admin and the monitoring viewer. This is what allows RevenueCat and Google Play to connect. Let's go through how to do this. So back in the Google Play console, you're going to want to navigate to Setup, API Access. And if this is the first time that you are going through this, you'll see a button to choose a project to link. So go ahead and click on that. I've already set mine up, so let me show you what it looks like. When you go through to Google Cloud, you're going to want to create a new service account. So click on this button up here in the top navigation. Go through and enter these details. So my app credentials. Give it a name that you'll recognize as well as the description. Create and continue. And this is where we're going to select those two roles, PubSub admin and monitoring viewer. Then you can go ahead and click done. Once it has navigated you back to this screen, you'll select actions, manage keys, add key, create new key, make sure you have JSON selected, and hit create. That's now downloaded the JSON file we need to add to RevenueCat, but first we need to grant the access. So go back to the API access screen. Here under service accounts, you may see a blue link to grant access. If you do, go ahead and click there. But we need to manage the permissions. Then go to the App Permissions tab and add your app. Hit apply. Hit apply again. And you want to make sure that all of these, except for admin, are checked. So go through, make sure all of these boxes are ticked. Click the blue button in the right-hand corner to invite the user. The last step before adding that JSON file to RevenueCat is ensuring that those service accounts are enabled. So from that help page with the step-by-step instructions, you're going to navigate to Platform Server Notifications and Google Real-Time Developer Notifications. And we're going to just ensure that this is enabled. So we'll click the link here and it will take us to the exact page that we need. So we're going to confirm our project, hit next, and then you're about to enable the Cloud PubSub API. We want to enable this, and now that is done. Another way of checking this is from your Google Cloud. If you go through the navigation to API and Services, enable APIs and Services, that will bring you here. You can select Cloud PubSub API, and if here the button says enable, you need to click enable. If it says disable, then it means it is already working and you're good to go. So our final step is to upload that JSON file here in our credentials, and once that is done, hit Save Changes. Next up, we're going to create the products. So you can see we don't actually have a product yet. We need to create a new one. It's going to be connected to our app, so select that. And we're going to give it a name. So I'm going to call this Subscription Monthly. So Sub Monthly. Create that. Next, we'll create the entitlements. New. And I'm going to call this Default, which, remember, matches the tag that I've already put in my design document. So So this will be subscriber access to premium content. Next up is offerings, and default is currently the only one that is supported for now. So we're going to call it default and then add a description. So this is our premium content subscription. Now what we're going to do is click into this offering and we're going to add a new package. This step is really crucial, so be sure to select custom. This is the only one that is going to work. Otherwise, Bravo and RevenueCat don't connect and talk to each other properly. So from this drop down, we're going to select custom, and I'm going to give it the identifier of monthly to match the action purchase tag. And this is my monthly subscription with a 7-day free trial. You add this. And again, if you have monthly, annually, weekly, you just add all of those packages in here. Next, we need to click into the package so that we can attach the products. Now remember, we created our product earlier. So you'll get this little pop-up and we're going to select our monthly subscription, sub-monthly, and attach it. So once you have done this for all of your offerings, you need to go over to the API keys, and we're going to copy this key and put it into Bravo. So I've gone ahead and copied mine, and now I'm going to head into Bravo. I'm in my app, my wellness app here. You can see the screens have already uploaded. I'm going to go to integrations, payments, RevenueCat. I'm going to enable this, and I'm going to paste the Android key in here. So let's recap what we've done before we request a new build. We've added our tags in our design document. We have set up RevenueCat, and the names match between our tags and our packages, and our tags and our entitlement. Once we have added that Android key, we're sure everything has synced correctly. It is time to publish a new build. So we're going to request a new publication here. However you have done this before, select the same options. I use the key store, so I'm going to go ahead and use that option. So I've uploaded my key store, entered my details, and I'm going to get my publishable AAB. Now Bravo is going to start this build and do that in the background. I can select the history tab here to see that that is in progress. In the meanwhile, we will go ahead and start to prepare our closed testing release on Google Play. So head over to your Google Play console, select the app you've already published, and we're going to go ahead and select closed testing here in the navigation. We're going to create a new track. We'll call this our test demo. You can call it anything you like. I'm going to call mine test demo 2. Create the track. Creating the release is where we're going to upload that AAB file once it's ready, but we need to select our testers. So you'll see there's a handy little timeline of steps here that we'll need to go through. So I'm going to select our testers tab, and I have a few groups already set up, but I'll show you how to create one. You're going to select create email list, and this is where you will name the list. So you can name that test participants, whatever you prefer, and then add their email addresses here, or upload a CSV file if you have many. Once you've done that, hit save changes and your list will appear here. So I'm going to go ahead and select my 2 lists of testers and save those changes. It's important to always hit save changes in that bottom right corner. Under countries and regions, this will be the same that you have in production. So my app in production is available in Spain and the UK. So that is what I have available here. And you'll see if I select unavailable, that is the rest of the world that I haven't selected as regions just yet. So let's head back to our release and start to create this new release. Let's give it a name. I'm going to name it the exact same as my track. and then you can put some release notes in. And once your build is complete, we're going to upload that AAB file right here. Now it's built, I can download my app package and upload it to my release. So once you have entered all of your release details and your testers, we're going to review our release. And I'm going to start the rollout to my closed testing test demo 2, which is that new track we created. Rollout. So this is currently in review because Google do review even the closed testing releases. Now we also have to add our closed track test users to our license testing. So navigate to Setup, License Testing, and you're going to add in those same user email addresses here. And then license response will be set to respond normally. So add the details here and click Save Changes in the bottom right corner. What we need to do now is set up those subscriptions. I'm going to scroll down here in my menu to Monetize, Products, Subscriptions. If for any reason you are seeing this screen or something on your screen that looks a bit like this, when you go into the subscription section, it means that the previous steps were not set up correctly. So you're going to need to go back and redo the closed testing. So just go through it bit by bit and make sure that you've done it correctly. Make sure that you are uploading the new app packet file that has the RevenueCat subscriptions included. So you've done the design tags, you've set up RevenueCat, and then you've requested a new build in Bravo. That is the file that you need to upload into the closed testing to avoid getting this screen. You can see I've already done this for my app, but I'm going to walk you through the process. We are going to create a subscription, enter a product ID here. So ideally, I would just call this monthly. You can see in the one I've already done, I've called it subscription monthly because I'm trying to keep the names between Google Play and RevenueCat pretty much identical just so that it's easy. So I'm going to create this subscription. Now we need to add a base plan. So go ahead and give it a name. I'm going to select auto renew. This is my monthly subscription, so monthly billing. They have a 7-day grace period. Charge at the next billing date, allow resubscriptions. And then here is where you can select the regions that this subscription is available in. So I'm going to manage our country region availability. And I'm actually going to deselect everything and just type to search the countries I want to select, which is the UK and Spain. Apply this. We need to set a price. So that's what I'm going to put in here. And hit save and activate. And now within this subscription, I'm going to add the offer that gives the user the 7 days free. So I'm adding an offer to default monthly subscription, auto renewing, add an offer, call this demo monthly free trial. It's going to be available in both of my countries and regions. Eligibility is for new customers. I've never had a subscription before. And now I need to add a phase. So this is where I'm going to say free trial for 7 days. I'm going to apply that, save it, activate it, and if I go back to my subscriptions, we can see that this is now active. Our wellness demo subscription here. So it's got our product ID, our regions, and then here you can see it's got our free trial. And that is how you set up your subscriptions. Let's recap what you should have at this point. Firstly, you should have your app published in the Google Play Store. Secondly, you should have added the tags to your design document. Then you should have requested a new build with the RevenueCat integration. And you've published that new build to a closed testing track where you have at least one tester. And you should have set up your subscriptions in Google Play.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Now for the fun part. Because I added my email address to the list of testers, I can download the app on my phone and test that the subscriptions are working just as we planned. So here I've got the app open on my phone. Let's go into the daily meditations. I've got my paywall, and because we set up that license testing, I have access to using the test card to process this subscription. So it's not actually doing a financial transaction against any card. We can see that that has completed. I'm now going to navigate back to my main menu navigation, select daily meditations, and because I'm subscribed, I have access. Now you know how to use RevenueCat to set up paid subscriptions for your app. What do you want to learn next? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!